Hello, can you hear me? But I can't hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
So that was the good, awesome. And I have
Yes,
the
perfect.
presentation. So let's see.
Yeah. Uh,
All right, are you able to see my presentation? No. Yeah, how do we present this? Yes.
okay, I think yes.
All right, we're going live in 1 minute. Everything's checking out, right? So it should be okay. Is it available on YouTube? Should be.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thank you, whoever joined us. It's been a it's been welcoming everyone who's been joining us. It's been it's been 11 months since we had our last webinar, and we are planning to take this and continue every month uh, to talk about Sitecore related products and the information and the upgrades related to Sitecore and Sitecore products. I'm not gonna take much time, and I'm gonna handing over the presentation to Kautilya to carry on. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Miro. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the webinar where we talk about Sitecore search. I'll give some tips and tricks how to efficiently use the Sitecore search CEC for business users. My name is Kautilya Prasad. I'm five-time Sitecore MVP. I've been working on the Sitecore platform for almost 10 years now. Right. Let's talk about the search. Why is it important for your experience, better customer experience on the website? Traditionally, what the search used to work as is the developers used to configure lots of rules in the backend for ranking, sorting, or you want to boost something. It used to be configuration in some XML file or some config. With the Sitecore search, it has it has given the power to the business users to make those changes and apply them immediately without the help of developers. Sitecore search is modern, built traditionally built on core AI engine, which can run algorithms at really fast speed. And it gives you quick results, which is relevant to the user and accurate. And it has inbuilt machine learning, which can give you recommendations you may also like. And it supports multiple languages at once. With every search, you need the ability to see how effective your search is. Is my search results getting clicked or not? Is it getting converted or not? Are there any keywords that are not returning any data? And it also supports commerce needs like people bought this, people who bought this also bought that kind of relationship. It is really important for your search to deliver a accurate and relevant relevant content to the users so that the users are to allow you to discover, to allow the users, the customers to discover your content. Content discovery is one of the most important part where you allow the users to discover your content. It could be via auto suggest or widgets or scheduling a variant kind of tools. First, the first tool we have in Sitecore Search is predictive suggestions. It allows you to create an experience where the user or customers can start typing something and it automatically suggests what you are looking for based on where you came from and what you have used, how you have used the website. So when you start something like what is in the search bar, it will automatically give you some suggestions. It could be based on your past interaction with the website or your interest, or it could be something based on trending on the website. Another tool which is available for content discovery is the ability to add suggestion blocks. Most most likely people don't write the words, their keywords they're looking for exactly same. They may have some typos or they may be some synonyms that needs to be added. The suggestion blocks give you the ability to, did you mean this instead of that, and show the search results of the what exactly the user was trying to search for. People also like is a feature of recommendations where based on your interest, what you're reading on the website, how you're interacting, it recommends, okay, you may also like this. People also ask this question. So these are some Q&A that can be added to the Sitecore search by business users. One other key important thing of the Sitecore search is that it doesn't have to be just one website that is getting the data from. It can have data from multiple sources. If you go to sitecore.com and use the search, you can see that it's getting data from the sitecore.com, documents.sitecore.com, and dev.sitecore.com. So you have the ability to aggregate data from multiple sources and deliver the right content on the website from multiple sources. With Sitecore Search, you also get the ability to fine-tune the relevancy of the results. You can anticipate based on advanced machine learning algorithms, you can anticipate what they are trying to search and show them relevant content within milliseconds. Let's look at one of the example of predictive search. In this example, the user is trying to search for how to, and then the search is recommending some of the options here. It is trying to determine what you're trying to look for based on what other people have asked, and it's recommending some suggestions to you. This feature is now very common on most of the websites because it adds AI powered feature to your website and adds value to the customer who are looking for something. And if they see what they're searching for right in this list, they'll be delighted. Another example is the suggestion block that we talked about. If you see, I typed in the search bar, what is personalization with a typo? I did not write it correctly. And then it'll say, okay, did you mean what is personalization? And then it can return the results on based on that. In this example, you'll see that it says, sorry, no results found. But then there's an ability to automatically show the right results based on the synonyms. So when you type something with a typo, it will show the right results for personalization here. Another one is content recommendations here. Like we talked before, one of the key value that AI provides is the ability to figure out what your persona is, what you're looking for, and what others have looked for based on your interest. Let's say you're reading a blog on composable. It will automatically recommend you some articles based on XM Cloud, Sitecore Search, which are also part of composable. So these features, when added to the website, deliver value to the customers. Over the years, the customers have changed their expectation from the website, and the landscape is changing of what they expect from the website. These features that are in like at the core of Sitecore Search provide real value to the customers, and these can be controlled by the business users. Another key feature is the summarization. You ask a question and it generates a summary for you. This is all machine learning and generates the response for you. But then if you see at the bottom, in addition to Q&A, it also returns some articles, some webinars. So these are all configured how you want to present the results to the user, how you want to let the customers discover your content. And these can be configured in the Sitecore CEC, where you can add all the rules, configurations. And if you look at the top, there's not at the top, at the middle, there's some facets: website, product, and type. The website one, if you drop down, use the drop down, you'll show that it will have dev.sitecore.com or doc.sitecore.com. So it is combining results from all your websites and generating this response. It is truly enterprise level ready. Some more content discovery tools that are available with Sitecore Search is semantic search. It gives you the ability to build relationships, not just use keywords for search. For example, if I'm searching for laptops with uh, advanced graphic cards, it doesn't mean that the search should break it down each keyword and search for laptop advanced graphic card. That will return some other results, even graphic cards in it. Although I'm specifically looking for a laptop with a graphic card. So when you type in, Sitecore Search will understand, okay, you're trying to search for a laptop with some feature, and then it will take you to a page with search results that have that graphic card facet checked, and you can see all the laptops that have a graphic card. So this is really understanding the meaning of your search, not just keyword search here, which is really helpful for customers, and they discover the content quickly, and rather than going to some page and then clicking multiple facets. It also allows them to be delighted because you are understanding what they really want. You're not showing them graphic cards when they're looking for laptops. So this is really important and good. It's a must-have feature nowadays on all the websites. With Sitecore Search, you also get the ability to brand the style of the search results. Everyone needs to be unique. Their branding is unique, and they can add styling that match their branding. One of the key features here that allows content discovery is widget variations. We'll touch on this a little bit later. But then you have the ability to create one default version of search results, while you can create a variation of that based on where the user is located, which device they're using, or what have they done on the website, which keywords they have used, how did they land on the website, and show them a variation of the results by boosting something at the top and or not showing something which is old. So this is a really interesting feature, and which this is what business users are most interested in. How can they add variations of a search result without involving the developers? Moving on, we talked about how Sitecore Search allows you to discover content on your website. Now, what happens when the content is actually shown on the website? What are the tools available to fine tune it, how to make it more relevant and accurate for the users? And we'll see some of the key configurations available for that. So one of the important things is you control what is displayed on the search results. It could be either just direct search results applying global rules of ranking and sorting, or you can use configurations like pinning, boosting, and blurring the content. We'll talk about it soon about the pinning, boosting, and blurring, but this gives you the ability to show something relevant to the user based on what they're doing on the website. It's more of personalization based on where they're coming from and how they are behaving. And this works in conjunction with the widget variations. One more tool here is how can you adjust the relevancy, make it more relevant to the user. There are rules available where you can boost something based on a property of the content item. Basically, you can say, if my content items rating is greater than some value, boost it so that it's more relevant to the user. Or you can say, if my publish date is older than this date, do not boost it because that's an old content and the customer may not be interested in that. So these kind of relevancy is important nowadays because your search needs to be accurate and personalized for the user who are searching for something very specific, and it needs to be engaging to them. They need to know that they are being valued. The system understands what they're searching for, and this is where it's really easy to configure this in the CEC tool where the business user can log in and configure these rules. We touched about synonyms a little bit earlier. It enhances the precision because there are sometimes you need synonyms to, maybe the customer is using an abbreviation and you want to convert it to a full word for the engine, search engine. So there are ways you can do it, either one-way synonym or two-way synonym or a replacement. We'll talk about it soon in the next few slides. The ability to view all your content items inside the search is available, and the business user can see, okay, these are the items in my index, and this is how they look. These are the dates, and they can just quickly make decisions. Okay, what content they want to create on a widget, and streamline that process of showing, creating widgets and adding contents in the widgets. You can also see what your visitors profile is, how, where are they coming from, what preferences they have, and what are their needs, and target specific widgets based on that criteria. This is helpful in case you want to target a specific market or just a subset of users. You can create widgets for that as well. Synonyms. So we talked about how they help in delivering the right accurate results. So we saw about when I search for what is personalization with a typo, it says, okay, did you mean this? So that's one way. So because let's say, for example, I'm searching for composable articles in the search, but I also want to include XM Cloud and Sitecore Search, Sitecore CDP results in that because those all belong to the umbrella of composable. But the other way around is not true. If I'm searching for XM Cloud, I should not see CDP articles because my search is very targeted there. So this is where you can use one-way synonyms because it's just one direction. Two-way synonyms is like bidirectional. For example, if I'm searching for black trousers, and it also means I'm searching for black pants. And the opposite is true as well. So this is where you can create synonyms, two-way synonyms, and have the search results generated. Uh, the ranking may be different here because black trousers will return the same results, black pants will return the same results, but the ranking may be different because of some global rules for ranking or relevancy, which can be adjusted as well. The replacement synonym is a kind of synonym where you want to not let the customer know that we have replaced it for you. Like, for example, if I'm searching for Chevy, but the system needs to know it's Chevrolet, it's kind of replacement for the system. And that's why it can internally match it to a keyword based on configuration and return the relevant results to the user. Okay, now there's an example here how we can add a synonym. You go to the CEC, add keyword in global rules, and you can select one-way or two-way results. In this example, I'm adding something. If someone is searching for latest news keyword, include press releases and articles in it. But the opposite is not true. So it's just one way. I have not added anything for two-way synonyms. Similarly, you can add for replacement as well. More rules are available here, more configuration. You can actually tell this system, the search, I want this content to appear always at the top, even though it's not returning from the search results. I want this to be appearing in the search results. So you can pin it and put it on a slot. Similarly, you can say, in the search results, if this content is returned, I want to boost it based on some some attribute of the content, like ranking or reviews or something you want to add at publish date. you want to improve the ranking, you add the boosting rules. Important thing here is pinning is different than boosting. Pinning means you always show that content, even though it's not returned from the search results. But boosting means if that content is returned from the search results, you just boost it based on some configuration. Here's an example of how we can add content to slots. So on the right, you have your content repository. You can drag and drop and say, okay, I want this article or content to appear at the top, and then this is a fixed list of items that need to be there, and then it will always be in that uh, order. Similarly, you'll see that you'll have in that tab, they have different rules here for boosting, burying, and blacklisting. The boost rule here, for example, here I want to boost my content if it's written in the search results based on a review rating factor. So if it's 4.6, I want to boost it. And then the search, when the search is performed on the website, it will automatically be applied. So these rules are global rules, but then you can also override these rules at the widget level as well. Similar to boosting and pinning, you can lower the ranking of the search results based on the same attributes. It is sometimes used when you don't want to show outdated content or product, so you can make it more relevant to the user. You downgrade the ranking of those content which are not new or not fresh. Just like that, there's a blacklist rule configuration where you want to absolutely not show that content. Whatever happens, it's not going to be ever returned from the search results. This is helpful where you have an urgent need to take down some content right away, or there's a product that is discontinued and you don't want to appear in search results. So this is a global rule that can be applied to say, okay, this content does not need to appear anywhere on the website. Or you can go and change it at the widget level as well. Moving on, there's an example of how to add a bury rule. It's the same add attribute. You can add multiple attributes and say, if my content type is case study or blog, do not show it in this widget. Or sorry, this is bury, so lower the ranking of the search results for these content types. So this is traditionally what the developers used to do in search, but with Sitecore Search, the power shifts to the business user, and they can do it as and when they require or schedule it as well. We talk about scheduling, how these work in variations. Another way here to add boosting or other rules is when you have a widget appearing, you can just right click on it, or there's an icon at the top in the content widget and say, I want to pin this content at this position. It will remain there. And you can also add boosting or burying, okay, blacklist from here. So there's another option you can do. And again, traditionally, the developers used to add this configuration in some config file and then deploy. But with Sitecore Search, the power has been given back to business users. You can be more efficient and creative with this by creating variations and target specific market or campaign. Similar to how we had the rules for pinning and boosting, we have rules for ranking as well. The ranking rules are based on weights. You can assign different weights to different content based on attributes. It will work globally. And you can also override it in the widget itself. So these rules apply globally unless specified on the widget to override the weights from here. You can see you have options of review rating, content type, things like that. And then based on this, when the search result is being returned from Sitecore Search, these will be factored in, and your search result will be more relevant to the customer. Just like that, we have sorting rules which can be applied globally or on the widget level. You can say, okay, sort the rules by default globally on the publish date, or you can say, okay, if it's naming, sort by name, things like that. So these rules are available. Again, I want to reiterate that traditionally these rules were in the hands of developers, but now these have moved back in the power is back in the hands of business users. Optimizing the experience is important as well. You don't want to show the same results to everyone while you know someone is targeting something else based on some of the site attribute or visitor attribute. You can create variations of widgets, which could be something like the if the user is coming from country UK, show them content from authored by UK authors. So these kind of rules can be applied. It doesn't mean that the default one will also show that. This is just an override personalized widget where the system detects where they're coming from and what rules to apply. These can be independently used or in together. So you have options like country, device, Facebook click identifier, URL, and on the visitor on the site context you have content type, keywords, things like that. These are important for targeting a specific uh, group of customers, or you know what campaign is running and where they're coming from, and show them different results. One key aspect here is you can also schedule it. Once you schedule it, a variation, these rules will apply, and once the time ends, it will fall back to the default. It's not that it will not show any result. It will fall back to the default variation, and the users will no longer see the configured ones here because they have been outdated. Here's an example how you want to do a widget variation. You can select schedule and then add start and end date. And when the end date is over, it will fall back to the default widget variation. Now we talked about content discovery and content results. What tools are there in the Sitecore search for measuring the performance of your search results? The Sitecore CEC analytics tab comes with a lot of options. You can go and search for widget level performance, their click performance, conversion, how effective they are, or you can dive into granular level like keywords. How important, how effective are your keyword search? Is there anything being returned as null, and identify gaps? So any search engine or any search system should give you the ability to measure where are the gaps in your content. Why are people not engaging with this widget? Or where is your biggest decliner based on some time, like 90 days, and which content has gained over the last 90 days? Similarly, you have the ability to see what facets are being used by the users on search and metrics around it. Where are the gaps in the content, which search results are returning zero, and work towards improving those and making it more engaging for the customers. Here's an example of showing null results where someone is searching and you see they're returning no results, and you have definitely identified some keywords that are not returning results for the customer, and the customers are searching for it. So this is very helpful, and you can also export it, add more columns here. Another example is the biggest gainers and decliners keywords. You can select a time frame like last 90 days, last 30 days, last 7 days, and see what are your best performing keywords, or which keywords have that were performing better are not performing better now, and act and like what is the reason behind it, and is it some kind of trending keywords, or some keywords have lost its popularity. Okay. Now, to summarize everything, you need a system like Sitecore Search, which can deliver the right content to the customers, which is relevant and within milliseconds. Customers are looking for AI-powered features like recommendations, suggestions, and they expect your system to provide these kind of features automatically now, like summarization, recommendation. People who like this also like that automatically. And you have the ability to personalize based on where they're coming from or what they're looking for. And it is important for a system, your website nowadays, to enhance the search experience. Oh, totally the website experience. So these personalization will help you target specific customers or campaigns easily. With all of these configuration tools available in the system, the search precision improves because you have so many tools to make it more relevant, accurate, and deliver it with some kind of personalization as well. And with that, I would like to let everyone know that there's a learning material available on the learning portal where you can enroll and complete this search for business users course and get yourself badges. You'll get 2 badges, one for knowledge, one for skills at the end once you pass the assessment. And this is really important for business users to get familiar with the Sitecore search. With that, I will open the stream for any questions. Meru, let me know if you are seeing any questions, and I will answer that. If I'm not able to answer now, please connect me on LinkedIn. I will definitely like to chat with you. All right, let's give a minute. All right, I think we can wrap it up. But then definitely reach out to me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Kautilya.
Thank you, Meru, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Kautilya, for joining us. And is there anyone who wants to ask any questions? Reach out to Kautilya on LinkedIn. And there will be more content coming up every month or bi-weekly. Please follow us on our YouTube channel. And there will be a form for you guys to fill, whoever wants to join us, for us to send us more updates and materials and webinar news. Please fill out the form. And thank you, Kautilya.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Have a great day.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.